In the current used car market, a vehicle's value is no longer just a reflection of its age and mileage. Increasingly, it's a reflection of what's happening under the hood specifically, the long-term viability of the powertrain. While many buyers focus on interior tech or fuel economy, the most significant financial risk often stems from engineering choices that don't manifest as problems until the factory warranty has expired. We are seeing a trend where certain models, once considered safe bets, are facing sharp depreciation as data regarding engine longevity becomes public. This shift in buyer confidence can result in a resale value drop of 20 to 30% faster than the segment average. Understanding these hidden risks is the difference between a smart investment and a high-interest repair bill. Let's start with the 2022 Volkswagen Tiguan. This vehicle occupies a competitive spot in the compact SUV segment, but it carries a specific engineering profile that used buyers should scrutinize. The 2.0-liter turbocharged engine is refined, yet it has shown a susceptibility to oil consumption issues and coolant leaks that often go undetected during a standard pre-purchase inspection. From a financial perspective, a 2022 model that originally reeled in close to $34,000 is now seeing significant resale pressure. As these vehicles exit their initial lease terms and flood the used inventory, the sheer volume of supply is clashing with growing concerns over long-term maintenance costs. When compared to a used Mazda CX-5 or a Toyota RAV4, the Tiguan's ownership reality involves more frequent and more expensive specialized service. Used buyers are beginning to factor in the potential for a $3,000 turbocharger or water pump replacement, which is suppressing trade in values across the board. Next is a vehicle that might surprise some, the 2018 Honda KR-V. While Honda's reputation for reliability is legendary, the 2018 model year with the 1.5-liter turbocharged engine became the center of a well-documented oil dilution issue. In colder climates, unburnt fuel would mix with the engine oil, potentially compromising lubrication. Although Honda issued software updates and extended some warranties, the secondary market hasn't fully forgotten. We see a distinct pricing gap between the naturally aspirated 2.4-liter models and these early 1.5-liter turbos. Buyers are opting for the older, simpler engine tech, leaving the 2018 turbo models sitting on dealer lots for an average of 15 days longer than their peers. If you're looking at one of these, the hidden risk isn't just a mechanical failure. It's the reality that when you go to sell it in 3 years, the market may still view that specific engine code with skepticism. Moving into the truck segment, the 2023 Toyota Tundra represents a major pivot for the brand. Replacing the venerable 5.7-liter V8 with a twin-turbocharged V6 was a bold move for fuel efficiency. But the first year of this new generation has faced some growing pains. Specifically, issues with wastegate actuators and early production bearing failures have created a ripple effect in the market. Toyota owners prize reliability above all else, and any sign of a new technology risk leads to immediate hesitation. We are seeing 2023 Tundras experience a sharper initial depreciation curve than the previous generation did at the same age. While the truck is objectively more capable, the complexity of the twin-turbo setup introduces a higher ownership cost signal for the second and third owners. Dealers are currently seeing an influx of these trucks as early adopters trade them in, leading to an oversupply that is forcing prices down to remain competitive with the Ford F-150 and Silverado. It's worth noting that market shifts are often driven by these small technical flaws. When a specific engine becomes known for a single expensive fault, it doesn't just affect the broken cars, it lowers the ceiling for every clean example on the market. This brings us to the 2020 Ford Escape. This was a complete redesign year, and it introduced a 1.5-liter 3-cylinder engine as the base power plant. While the engineering is clever, the real-world feedback has been mixed regarding vibration and long-term durability of the cylinder deactivation system. In the used market, these 2020 models are seeing a significant decline in demand. Buyers are wary of a small, highly stressed engine in a relatively heavy SUV. Consequently, the Escape has some of the highest inventory buildup in its class. From a financial standpoint, the original MSRP of $28,000 has, in many cases, plummeted to under $18,000 in just a few years. Compared to the previous generation's 4-cylinder options, the 2020 Escape feels like a higher risk for a used buyer who intends to keep the vehicle past 100,000 miles. The 2021 Chevrolet Trax is another model where the hidden risk is tied to the aging architecture of its powertrain. While it was an affordable entry point when new, the 1.4-liter engine is known for various plastic cooling components that tend to fail prematurely. Because this was a budget vehicle, many were used in rental fleets or as high-mileage commuters with deferred maintenance. Now, as these hit the used market, the mechanical risk is high relative to the vehicle's total value. If an engine repair costs $3,000 on a car that is only worth $12,000, that vehicle is effectively a total loss for many owners. This reality is reflected in the auction prices. which have seen a sharp drop as wholesalers become more cautious about Track's inventory. When we look at the 2018 Ram 1500, we have to talk about the Hemi tick and manifold bolt issues. While the 5.7-liter Hemi is a powerful and beloved engine, the 2018 model year falls right into the zone where these mechanical quirks often manifest. For a used buyer, the hidden cost isn't just the fuel, it's the potential for a $1,500 manifold repair or more serious lifter issues. Competitive pressure from the refreshed 2019 models has also hurt the 2018's resale value. The market currently shows a surplus of these trucks, and as interest rates remain a factor, buyers are less willing to take a gamble on a high-mileage Hemi without a comprehensive service history. This has resulted in a resale pressure that makes the 2018 Ram one of the more affordable full-size trucks, but that low price tag comes with a documented reliability trade-off. A quick observation: the gap between perceived reliability and actual reliability is where the most money is lost in the automotive market. Always check the TSB's technical service bulletins before signing. The 2024 Mazda CX-90 is a very recent addition to the market, but it represents a new technology risk that used buyers should watch. Mazda introduced an all-new inline-six engine and a complex mild hybrid system. While the performance is excellent, early units have been subject to multiple recalls and software updates. For someone looking at a near-new used CX-90, there is a risk that the first-year production gremlins haven't been fully ironed out. We are seeing some early depreciation that is slightly higher than Mazda's historical average for its flagship SUVs. Buyers are cautious about the long-term repair costs of a sophisticated, longitudinal German-style powertrain from a brand that usually hangs its hat on simplicity. The 2022 Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid presents a different kind of engine risk. While the fuel economy is impressive, the complexity of the E-Flight plug-in hybrid transmission paired with the 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 has led to some significant reliability concerns. There have been recalls related to internal transmission shorts that can cause the engine to shut down unexpectedly. For a family vehicle, this creates a major buyer psychology hurdle. No parent wants to worry about a total loss of power on the highway. As a result, the Pacifica Hybrid depreciates much faster than its non-hybrid counterpart. It's a classic case of engineering compromise. The technology provides a clear benefit in fuel savings, but the hidden cost of potential out-of-warranty repairs makes it a difficult recommendation on the used market. Entering the top two, the 2017 Hyundai Sonata is a vehicle that continues to haunt the used market. This year falls within the window of the Theta 2 engine issues, which involve debris from the manufacturing process causing premature bearing failure. Even with extended warranties and settlement programs in place, the stigma remains. A 2017 Sonata often sells for thousands less than a comparable Toyota Camry or Honda Accord of the same year. The financial impact for the original owner has been devastating, with some cars losing 60 to 70% of their value in 5 years. Even if the engine has been replaced under warranty, many used buyers simply won't touch them, leading to a permanent state of declining demand and resale pressure. Finally, at number 1, is the 2015 Chevrolet Equinox. This vehicle represents perhaps the largest gap between its popularity when new and its reputation today. The 2.4-liter Ecotec engine in the 2015 model is notorious for excessive oil consumption, often leading to timing chain failure and total engine destruction if the oil level isn't monitored weekly. Because the Equinox was sold in such massive quantities, the used market is absolutely saturated with them. However, savvy buyers and dealerships are well aware of the engine risks. Many dealers will lowball trade-ins on these vehicles because they know the likelihood of a mechanical failure while sitting on the lot is high. The Equinox sees some of the most aggressive depreciation in the segment, not because it's a bad car to drive, but because the engine is a ticking financial clock for the second owner. The common thread across all these vehicles is a disconnect between the brand's marketing and the long-term engineering reality. Whether it's a rushed new engine design, a manufacturing flaw, or an overly complex hybrid system, these hidden risks eventually become public knowledge, and the market reacts by slashing resale values. When you are shopping for a used vehicle, the most expensive car isn't always the one with the highest sticker price, it's the one that loses its value while sitting in your driveway, because of a reputation it can't outrun. Which of these engine reliability reports surprised you the most? Or have you experienced one of these issues firsthand? Let me know in the comments below. Would you like me to analyze the depreciation rates for any other specific vehicle segments such as luxury EVs or heavy-duty trucks?